Hmm. Hey, loves, Eman here, talking about matters of the heart, loneliness. It wasn't loneliness, it was ancestral grief, heart chakra, love, belonging, wholeness. I wish I knew earlier, but everything was just as it had to be. What if your heart isn't broken? What if it is carrying uncried tears? Sorry, uncried tears and ancestral longing. And what you've called loneliness is really the memory of connection that you're missing. For a long time, I thought I was lonely and I compensate by giving generously. I held others through their darkness. I listened, I stayed, I softened, but deep inside I felt alone. Not because love wasn't coming back to me, but because I was trying to love when love was already who I am. No one ever taught me that. Instead, I learned that love meant doing, like a verb, an action, sacrificing, holding. I thought love had to be earned, performed, proved. But when I stepped into family constellation work, something shifted. I realized the ache in my chest wasn't emptiness. It was ancestral grief, a term I've never heard of. It wasn't that I lacked love, it was that I'd forgotten that I am love. I was holding the sorrow of generations, ancestors who had no space to grieve, no place to rest. What I called loneliness was their memory, echoing through my body, asking to be witnessed. So the heart chakra is the bridge between the body and spirit, self and other, past and present. It ripples sideways, it's between above and below. It governs our ability to feel connection, to live in alignment, to vibrate with truth. But many of us have learned that love is transactional, that it must be deserved, that it disappears if we stop giving. From a family constellation lens, this confusion often stems from interrupted belonging, grief that was never expressed, ancestors who were excluded or forgotten, love that became fused with pain or duty. As a Western, I never really understood the importance of my ancestors, to be honest. Bert Hellinger, he said, what is excluded clings to us the most. I love the HeartMath-Institute, and there we know that emotional incoherence, especially from unacknowledged grief, disrupts our rhythms, decision making, presence. We live out of sync. We become anxious or numb, and that's not because we don't care, but because our system is overloaded. So if you don't know the heart math, please check them out. Awesome data for nerds like me. We add this to the cultural shame that says feeling is deeply weak, and then you get the disconnection. If you have heard of Brene Brown, she teaches that shame is the fear of disconnection. So here's the truth: belonging isn't about being accepted by others. It's about living in wholeness where nothing is exiled, not our grief, not our joy, not our ancestral sorrow, not our longing. No shame, no fear of disconnection, connecting in all directions. So here's a heart coherence practice that I love so much to return to the truth of who you are. It's called heart breathing, and it's from the Heart Math. You can find it for free there. You sit quietly, place a hand on your heart, slow your breath, and imagine you breathing in and out through your chest, through the center of your chest. Bring to mind a moment of connection, like holding a child, being with a tree, your pet, a prayer whispered in silence. Keep that image and feel the tension in your heart for 2-3 minutes, breathing with that image right in the center of your chest. This practice regulates your nervous system and restores your energetic congruence. And while doing this, you can also say, I see the grief I carry. It's not just mine. I honor it, and I choose to live in the wholeness of love. So take a moment to do this practice. And if you've ever been told that you are sensitive, that you're given everything and still felt the ache of separation, if you've forgotten what it feels like to belong, come back. It's not your person, it's not your ex, it's not your performance, it's not your next identity you had. It's to yourself, to the love that lives in your breath, in your blood, your being. Your ancestors dreamt you into reality. They live in you. In the heart module of Elemental, we explore how grief isn't a problem, it's a portal. How love isn't a transaction, it's your birthright, it's who you are, it's your highest vibration. Call it your higher self if you may. You may also want to take my quiz, integration map, and see if perhaps this is an energetical pattern that you'd like to work on, the heart, and know that you are love. And if this resonates with you, share with somebody. I want to do this practice of the heart with you. And I will finish the video with this. So you can take the time, pause, and continue on your own. The hands are optional. The image I'm carrying is of my parrot, my pet. I love him so much. Choose your image. And visualize the air is coming in through the center of your chest and leaving from there. You don't have to do the longest inhales or the longest exhales. Around 5 seconds would be great. Otherwise, the natural pace, the awareness is what makes the difference. That congruency with where you are right now. Right. I will end here, but you can carry on your own. Thank you so much for listening. From heart to heart. Bye.